They're gonna flank me now. You see them? They down there. Oh, he's up here.
No, there's one there.
More players coming.
Oh, we got a lot of them.
On me.
Focus to Sam. He's a shotgun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shot from the left. Come on me. Did I make it? Oh, I saved you. I saved you, bro.
All of them dead. Let me open some cash here.
You wanna fight him? Fight him on this?
Yeah, let's
fight?
do it.
Yeah, let's fight.
Push, Hussein.
Left side, left side.
The other one gonna flank us.
Oh, another one, another one. This is a clutch, bro.
Clutch build.
Yeah, be careful. Don't face the chicken. Down.
Let's go. More players or no?
Right.
Yeah. One right side.
Oh, the shotgun.
One more. Sam. He changed clutch.
Nah.
Medkit on me.
Push him.
One to the right side also.
Alright, come on.
Oh, I'm dead.
What happened?
Clutch.
He's down. Come on.
Go for
We're
the.
good.
I have 50 seconds. You just run around. Go.
They might not get. I might be able to clear before they come. Oh, here they come. Behind me. Hurry up.
Bye-bye.
I got no bullets, bro. What is going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be breaking down the build that you just saw in that video. And this has to be probably my favorite build. Is it the best build in the game? I don't think so, but it's my favorite build. The one I go to over and over again. The one that I have the most fun with. I run clutch builds. I run healer builds. I run SVD. I run rifle builds. I pretty much have every build in the game. But this seems to be the build that I tend to go to over and over again. And ever since I got the rail splitter, which you saw in the previous video, I made this build and I just switched out the gun. I had it for a while. I was running the M4, but I put the rail splitter on there and I'm having a lot of fun with this. This is 11 11 1, and I would rather have 12 11, and I'll show you where that one is coming from, and I'll explain that in a second. For the weapon, we are running the rail splitter, probably my favorite weapon in the game. This weapon is with my stats on this gun, it's 19.1. I was running the police M4, like I told you, it was at 21.3, but remember, one has measured, one has perfectly measured, and then of course the rail splitter has a higher RPM, and then with perfectly measured, the second half only loses 15% rate of fire. So it still feels like you're shooting a really fast gun, and that creates more DPS, more bullets on target, and I just have a lot more fun running the rail splitter. Now this is at 990 RPM, a 50 round mag, and we do have a leg roll on here. And if I get the perfectly god roll rail splitter, I would like to have protected reload, but I put that on my pistol instead. The way I have this modded is I am running crit chance, crit damage. So crit damage is on the muzzle, and then on the magazine, that 20 round mag with negative 10% reload speed. That's the only downfall, but crit chance on the sight, crit chance on the underbarrel, and then crit damage on the muzzle. I do have that Boogeyman skin, and that is from the Silent Night. It's my favorite skin right now. I've been using it. If you guys haven't grinded out the Silent Night apparel caches, I recommend it. Some pretty cool skins on there. But we're going to get into the build itself, right? Let's get into the build. Oh, first, let me show you the base damage on this weapon, right? Because a lot of you guys are going to ask that. The base damage on this one without anything is 11,175. So this is actually 2K higher than my last rail splitter that I got. So I got another one, and it was 2K higher, so I run this one instead. Now, if you don't want to run the Eagle Bearer for protected fire, you can run the Merciless. Just depends what skills you want to run. And then for the pistol, protective reload. That's all you need to remember from those. We are at 494k armor, 30k health, and then our skill power is around 400 for both skills. For the mask, I am running a True Patriot mask because I need that 10% armor because my rolls aren't the best. So I'm running 6% crit chance, 54% hazard protection, and then an offensive mod with 5% assault rifle damage and 1% weapon damage. We are running a 3-piece Heliguard set, and then we do have total armor 8.5, 43k armor roll, and then 6.5 weapon damage. We have Berserk. We do have 2 defensive mod slots, one with armor, explosive resistance, total armor, and then we have an offensive mod slot that I'm going to switch out real quick. You just saw we had SMG damage on there, so let's switch that out real quick. That was a little mistake in this. So we're going to put this one on with AR damage, weapon damage, damage to armor, and then this should raise our damage on our rail splitter. Yep, we went up to 19.4k, so we are a little bit stronger with this build now because of that one mod. Now, if we get back, we do have the other defensive system ending that has armor, health regen, and total armor. Now, if we get into the second piece of True Patriot, this is the holster. This is going to have 9.5 critical hit damage. Wish I could get a better critical hit damage roll on here. We have 16%, the cap for critical hit chance. And then we have 2 offensive mod slots with AR and weapon damage. For the holster, we have the second piece of Heliguard. This is going to give us 12% total armor. And then we have Insulator on here for that 30% hazard protection because we want to be at 100% hazard protection. And then the great thing about Heliguard, you get 2 defensive mod slots, armor, total armor, and then we have armor, total armor, and health. Now for the gloves we are running the Fenris gloves. This is going to give us 10% assault rifle damage. We do have skill power here. This is where I would like to have critical hit chance. This would raise my critical hit chance on the build. And then we have assault rifle, and then we're running surgical for that 10% critical hit chance. Now if we dive into the backpack, this is our third piece of Heliguard, and this is going to have armor, weapon damage, total armor, and then the talents you really want to go for are Harden for that extra armor, and then Spark. Ideally, if I can get better armor roll, I really have some really low rolls on this backpack. It's my weak link, but it's one I crafted, and I haven't got a better backpack. Now, we do have an offensive mod on there and a defensive mod, and that's going to give us our final 2 pieces of armor and damage. We have armor, total armor, health, and then assault rifle damage 4%, and then 1.5 weapon damage. If we dive into the skills, so the skills are what's going to round up this build, and then we'll get into the stats. But this is how I run this build right here. For the skills, it really depends on if you're going to run the Merciless or the Eagle Bearer. If you run the Merciless, then you don't need the Assault Drone. If you're running the Eagle Bearer, you need the Assault Drone to trigger Spark. So just think of that. So if we're running the Merciless, you can run the Booster Hive instead. Now, I always run the Mender Seeking Mind. It's going to heal me for around 14k with no skill power, and that's just something I recommend you guys throwing on there. It's a great little small heal that'll keep you up. Let's go into the stats themselves. So on this build, we have 19.4k damage. We have 42% crit chance. I can still add around another 4% on the mask, and then that'll put me at 46%. And then I could also get around a 6% roll on the gloves. So that'll put me at 52% crit chance, and that's what ideally I'm going for, 52%, and then critical hit damage, I could probably push that to around 48, 50. With the right rolls, that could happen. Now, we do have 55% headshot damage, just the headshot damage that comes on the AR, and then if we go all the way down, you're going to see we're at 104% hazard protection, so everything will be at 100%. So we are good there. For any of those skill damage builds that cause bleed, burn, whatever, you'll be good. Now, this is how I run the build. Remember, I would like to be 12-11 without that 1. The gloves, definitely would like to get crit chance there. I would like to improve the crit chance on my mask. And then on the holster, 100%, I would like to improve the crit damage. Now, my rolls are pretty low on the backpack and chest, and I'm still at around, 494k. So hopefully, I can get better rolls. Hopefully, I can increase this build and just create a better build. Now, I really like this one. It's probably not the best build, but it's a really good build. And if you run it right, you can do a lot of damage, as you guys saw at the very beginning. Manhunt, well, we ranked 18 and cleared it. We were doing good. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed this build, hit the thumbs up as always. I appreciate all the support. Until the next one, nothing but skills is out.